Hi everyone, I am back with electricity and I couldn't be happier. It was a pretty hot 2 days without it. I decided today that I wanted to introduce everyone to my younger spirits. I have some other dolls that are younger children, but I haven't really explored them, so I don't 100% know if they're spirited or not. I had taken a few off of somebody's hands, but I do have my doubts as to whether or not they're spirited. But my summer's been pretty busy, so I haven't gotten a chance to explore them. And spirits don't always come out right away. It takes some time for them to get comfortable with you. Not some of them will talk to you right away. Some of them you will see right off the bat and you'll feel them right off the bat. Others are a little bit more shy, and they don't make themselves known until days, weeks, months, years after the fact. So there is a definite level of patience that you need to have with them. I'm going to start with probably one of my favorite spirits in this house, Mrs. Hava. She always, no matter who I'm talking to, she always comes through. I added these bows to her hair. She is, her doll, her vessel is so adorable. She's weighted. She has little tiny feet. She's gone through the ringer, and she's the reason why I locked up what I like to call one of my disgruntled spirits. I have a few in a box that I have locked up because there was a lot of jealousy. And when I had initially brought in one of the other ones, her name is I call her Esther. I get like oddly two names from her, Esther and Hannah. I don't explore her a lot because she does freak me out a little bit, to be honest, and I will introduce her at a later date. But she is a younger spirit, the other one, and but she also is kind of a more negative spirit. I'm not saying that she's evil or a demon or anything. She's just a heavier energy, a lower vibrational energy than the others. And I can't have her out because she'll give you really bad nightmares. And she also has a habit of making sure this doll gets damaged. Hava is very lovable. She's almost always happy, and she's one, her facial expression does change. So when she wants attention, she'll get kind of pouty. And she loves when you pay attention to her. I used to have her out a lot more, but I feel like every time I have her out, for whatever reason, her doll gets damaged. I actually had to, we were all devastated. Her whole face cracked. She fell and she just shattered. That was like quite devastating. My one son was sobbing because all my kids love her. I think she's probably a favorite. She just is she's a good energy. She's great to kind of cuddle with. And then another time her entire leg just randomly just fell off and all of her stuffing came out. So, obviously her spirit's around, but her vessel is not as, we don't interact with it as much. I used to keep her in a toy, like a doll, baby carrier, but I've since started getting like antique cribs, antique carriages and stuff like that and redoing. So my dolls have a little nicer way to be displayed. So they're not just kind of all like chucked together on a chair. So this is Hava. I was told that she was about a year. During a spirit box session, I got that she was 2. She said that she was 2. It's really hard to communicate with younger spirits because you are literally limited to what they can say. So doing something like a Ouija board isn't going to help because they're not going to know how to spell. They're not going to be able to do that. Pendulum. I don't love using a pendulum. I don't really like working with a pendulum. I never have. And as I said before, Lena is really the only one that I will do pendulum work with because I trust her and she's very responsive to the pendulum. I actually feel like that's her preferred method of communication, and not so much like the spirit box. Hava you'll always hear her voice. She'll say hi, she'll say bye. But I don't know. I really don't know how she died or anything like that, and it's kind of hard to get the information out of kid spirits. So I don't even know if I'm going to do anything with the spirit box with them, and I might just introduce them. This next doll or spirit, her name is Emmy. I have never had any experiences with her at all. Hava will come through to me in my dreams on occasion. But Emmy, I've never had any experiences at all with her. Sometimes I have my doubt if she's spirited, and it's more so just a very gentle feeling that she is. The person who I purchased her from has said that she was a very young spirit, like an infant. So you're talking about like days or weeks old. Probably died, unfortunately, of SIDS. Both Hava and Emmy are newer spirits, as in, you know, they're not like, they weren't born in like 1906. Again, it's really hard to get information out of really young spirits because, you know, you're limited to how they can communicate, and then it's more on a intuitive level, and then that's where being a medium really like kicks in. And it's how it feels. Generally, if I have Hava out, and wherever I bring Hava, I'll bring Emmy. And when I say bring, you know, if I'm bringing her downstairs, I'll bring the two of them downstairs. You know, and she is so small. I just don't want her to get damaged. So you know, it's more so needing to care for them on an emotional level than anything else. And you can absolutely, you know, still talk to them and they can still hear you. Next, I would like to introduce to you to June. I actually got her because I was just scrolling on actually Etsy, and then my son was sitting next to me and he goes, "Mom, I saw her." And I was like, "You saw her where?" She goes, "In your room." Like, I hadn't purchased her or anything. So and as I've mentioned before, both my kids are mediums. They can see. So I thought that was kind of a sign, and so I brought her in. She is a very, very sad spirit. She was also very young when she passed away, maybe around the age of like 3-ish. She does not like to talk on the spirit box or the app. I've got her to come through maybe like once or twice, and it's usually just like one word. Her doll was found at a burnt down house in Kentucky. I don't really know anything else beyond that. She is absolutely beautiful and stunning. She's like in a christening gown or something. She is one that I will hear cry in the middle of the night. Like, it will wake me up out of a dead sleep because I'll hear her cry like, "Mama, Mama," and she is looking for her mom. I would feel that she is an earthbound spirit, much like Samuel I would feel, and I feel like she is stuck here. But as I have said before, I know that all the traditional ways to cross over spirits. I have, you know, worked with spirits and try to get them to cross over, and I have done all that for years. But since getting the haunted dolls, everything that, as I've said in other videos, everything that I have come to learn and come to believe over the years kind of went out the window. And I'm kind of rethinking everything and relearning everything and trying to figure out how the other side really works. So I would like to help connect her with her mother. I feel like I need a good solid day without my kids home to just be able to work with these spirits and try to cross them over, because she is sad, and you will hear, like I said, you'll actually audibly hear her cry. My one son has heard her cry. I had a live going all night on TikTok, and one morning my son had come down and he had turned the camera off and everything. He was sitting there and he heard her cry, and then he came upstairs. He's like, "Mom, did you hear that?" And I knew who it was. So it's sad, and there's not much I can do that consoles her outside. Like if I hear her crying in the middle of the night, I will bring her into bed with me, which may be creepy or sound creepy, which seems to help. I think sometimes she just likes to know that she's not alone. And that's pretty much the extent of my experiences with her. I will see her. She'll come up as not so often, but she'll come up. I'll see her as like wisps, like white little wisps. and it's usually around her doll or around her vessel, never far from it. So I don't think she strays. But that's June. These two are also kids. I'm getting, you know, young kids. He came to me, I had gotten them from somebody, they're actually from Canada. I had gotten them from somebody who also does what I do, but she did not have time to work with them or explore them. So I wanted to bring them in, especially because I have other children's spirits and then I actually have kids in my house. So I don't mind just giving them a home. He came to me in the very first night that he was here, and he spelled out the name. It's M-A-L-I-K, and I know traditionally, you know, you could say Malik or Malik, but I know specifically it was Malik, and I don't really know anything beyond that. They're siblings, or so I was told from this person, but I have not experienced anything from her. She has not come to me. I haven't communicated with her, but I also haven't had the chance to work with them yet one-on-one. I do have a lot of spirits that I have to that I work through, that, you know, and it takes time, but they are also newer spirits to this house. So, and that also takes time to warm up, especially when they're kids and they're not so comfortable yet. This beauty I actually only got a few days ago, and I had I was not looking for them. I had no intention of getting another spirited doll. She's another baby. Her name is Fiona. I know she needs a lot of attention. I don't know much about her. I know she needs a lot of attention. She's gets a little sad. She gets sad easily and feels sad easily. And I was just actually scrolling on Instagram, and one of the people that I buy from had posted her and saying that she was looking for a home with other pets, with kids, spirited kids, or living children, and I decided to bring her on. I kind of couldn't resist. I mean, her doll or her vessel is absolutely precious and adorable, and unfortunately, you know, with the mishap with the electricity going out and all of that, and coming back from vacation, it's been a little hectic this week. But I'm looking forward to getting to know her. She's young. She's also one I know that's, like, you know, under the age of 1, so you're not really going to be able to hear them on a spirit box. But those are the kids that I have, that I know I have. Like I said, I have a few other dolls that I were told are spirited, but I'm not entirely sure. And at some point I'll begin to explore them with you guys.